Hey everybody, welcome to Coffee Time. I've only done one of these before and I wanted to keep the love going and do a little bit more. I've been holding on to some coffee that I purchased a couple weeks ago because I wanted to get rid of my old coffee first, but I've been seeing this thing online advertised for, it's called Player One Coffee, and it's advertised as coffee for gamers. I game and also make interactive material in games. And I'm usually kind of like, I'm always running on like no energy. Just the story of my life, having a 4-year-old and working and taking graduate school classes. I mean, I really don't have any energy. So when I saw Player One Coffee, it's called the Leeroy Jenkins. Leeroy Jenkins! And I saw this by Player One Coffee. And it's supposed to be extra caffeinated. Yeah, it says extra caffeinated there. So, yeah. So I saw this, and they have I think they have like 4 different versions of coffee. I think they have their light roast, medium, dark, or they have 5 actually. Light roast, medium, dark, extra caffeinated, and I think they have a decaf, but don't hold me to that. But anyway, I've been waiting to try this with you guys, wanting to look at it, look at the beans, and do a little brew and see how it is. So, yeah. So why don't you guys join me and let's get to it. Okay, so here's our coffee. And just looking at this, I've never had any Player One coffee before, but looking at it, I really like the packaging. One of the things I like about it is you can't see it, but I can feel it. There is it looks like a Ziploc kind of fastener right here. So, and since this is extra caffeinated, I may not want to put this in my regular glass jar that I usually keep my coffee in that I showed in the last video. But if I didn't have any coffee in it, I'd probably do this because I keep either big bags or just regular coffee in there. If I didn't have any other coffee, I'd probably put it in there, but it's probably nice to keep it nice and ziplocked. I like that. A lot of bags just have the fold over tie thing. So yeah, so just looking at the pack, there's nothing else on the back. Up here we have this thing here, and it says for gamers by gamers. And they have a whole website you can go check. I'll put it in the comments below. You can check out the other things. And they have cool pictures, but they have this really cool sound that says Leeroy Jenkins. Leeroy Jenkins! And yeah, just let you know that this is whole bean. That whole bean is checked off here. And then you have, if it was ground, it would say here. And it's funny, warning, serious caffeine addicts only. Twice as strong as your typical cup of coffee. Let's go, Leeroy Jenkins. And here's the website if you want to go to, playeronecoffee.com. So yeah, let's open this guy up and see what we have. So there's the Ziploc. Ha! Guess what, guys? That is a package fail. I can't use the Ziploc anymore because it didn't open like it was supposed to. This totally is supposed to stay on the side here. And when I opened it, it stayed over here, so I can't use that Ziploc because it didn't open like it was supposed to. Unless I was supposed to use scissors to cut it, which may have very well could have been the case, but usually you can just open these up. But so now I'm gonna have to store these in a different way. But anyway, here's the beans. Oh man, and the reason they call these extra caffeinated, I don't know if you can tell, but these are very, very light roast. And just to give you a comparison between a good light roast, I think the coffee that I showed you guys last time was a medium roast, but this one is a light roast. And let me get mine, just to show you guys the difference between. So I have some coffee here that I haven't reviewed yet, just because I didn't have time to make the video and I really needed some coffee. I may do another review of this coffee before it runs out, but here's some medium. Let me check out a couple. Here's medium to dark roast, and here's light roast. So that's why they call it extra caffeinated. It's not that they're injecting caffeine into their coffee, it's that they're just doing a really light roast that has a lot of caffeine in it. And I prefer a good light roast. I prefer a good light roast in the morning or when I'm just need a little pep up. So that's nice that they gave me a good light roast. So there you go. It's kind of a package fail. It could have been my fault that, you know, when I opened this, I just didn't open it properly. But they didn't give you a lot of room there to use scissors anyway. Because you can see that's where the other piece was attached. And usually you can just pull these apart, but it didn't pull apart properly because the Ziploc, there's no way to use it now because it's not attached to the side. So I'll have to roll these up like I usually do and maybe put it into another Ziploc bag as well. But anyway, yeah, so let's make a cup of Leeroy Jenkins, see what it tastes like. Oh, that smells good. Yum, 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 yum. Okay guys, we got our coffee in here and I think we're ready to go. I'm gonna just close the lid and I put in 4 tablespoons of coffee, and I did fill up 4 cups of water, but I poured some out because they normally recommend that you do 1 to 2 tablespoons per cup of water, but I found that kind of, for me, that's a little watered down. So I try not to do it that way. So I poured a little bit out. I think I used to always use way too much coffee per water. So I'm adjusting how I do my coffee. But I think it's still going to be a little bit on the strong side because I really like a strong flavor in my coffee. But anyway, I filled the line up to, this is Hamilton Beach, so I filled it up to the 6 mark, which is a little bit less than 4 cups, probably more like 3 cups of water, 3.5. And then 4 tablespoons. So let's get this party started. And if any of you guys are ever looking at my setup here, this is kind of an older one. I really need to clean it up a bit. I cleaned the inside out with vinegar and hot water, but a lot of vinegar just to get any of the bacteria that accumulates in there. But this was a cool setup. And if I can find the video of a review of this, I'll put it up top here or maybe down in the comment section below. But this can do K-cups on this side, and it does regular drip coffee on this side. And it also has this, I'm trying to insert where I can do ground coffee too, so I can use my own ground coffee. I will say though that the ground coffee in this, for some reason, my coffee is always really watered down. So compared to when I'm making my drip. So I got back to where I use my drip, even with the K-cups. So maybe it might be the ratio that I'm used to from water to coffee. But I've noticed that usually my coffee's a little watered down. If any of you guys have ever had any problems with your coffee being watered down, not just with this machine, but maybe a Keurig, let me know in the comments because I'd like to hear what you're thinking. Because I was thinking about maybe getting a standalone K-cup for days that I'm really in a hurry. But I don't know. I don't know if it'd be any better than this. But I do enjoy, I mean, you know, I'll tell you, my wife really enjoys this because she uses the tea and she doesn't have a problem. She has the tea cups, K-cups that she'll use, and she doesn't have a problem with it. So our coffee is brewing and we'll come back in a few minutes and we'll try a cup out. All right, so today we'll be using my Stranger Things coffee mug. Here it is. And if you haven't seen the show Stranger Things on Netflix, check it out. It's an awesome show. But there's a quote in the very first season, the very first episode, when the chief of police comes in and he's getting bugged by his secretary. And he tells her, this is the quote he says, he goes, "Mornings are for coffee and contemplation." Mornings are for coffee and contemplation. So he's basically telling her, leave me alone. I want my coffee and cigarette and donut. But I like this because mornings are for coffee and contemplation. I like to take my time in the mornings. If you don't know me that well, it takes me a while to get going, and I'm usually running late most days. So, but it's because I sit and I don't usually do anything. I'm just sitting and thinking about my day. It's kind of a weird thing. All right, so let's have a look here. Smells really good. Nice and black, smells fantastic. I know doing these coffee reviews is kind of hard sometimes because you can't taste it, so you have to go on what I'm saying, but it does smell really good. And this might be one I do a review later to see how caffeinated it actually was. So yeah, let's have a taste. It's not bad, but it's not good either. I don't know. I don't have a lot of really good things to say about it other than this is supposed to be their extra caffeinated coffee, so maybe it's not supposed to be smooth. If you don't like drinking your coffee black, then you're not, and you're putting milk and sugar in it, you're not tasting the full coffee anyway. So why not get a cheaper coffee? You know, when you really want to taste your coffee, get something that's roasted at different levels so it has different flavors to it. Yeah, it's not the best flavor. So it's a cool marketing thing they got going on with Leeroy Jenkins. I thought that's kind of cool, but I don't know. So far, it's not my favorite coffee. If I was comparing this with the Trader Joe's that I tried last time, I'd probably prefer the Trader Joe's. I did try another coffee, and it was a medium dark roast, and that had a really good flavor to it. And again, it was a lot cheaper than what I just showed you. But I bought this beast. It's called Pablo's Pride. I bought this from Sam's Club, 2-pound bag. And this is some of the coffee I showed you earlier, comparing this light roast to a darker roast. 2 pounds, $9.99 right now at Sam's Club. That is a freaking fantastic deal. And the coffee doesn't look bad. I don't know if you know this logo or not, but this is Blue Bottle Coffee's logo. They have, you know, and they shipped me this. They've got a whole online store, and they specialize in batch roasting, specialty roasting in small batches for customers. They gave me a sample size. I made a video, I recorded some, but the video didn't come out great, and so I don't know if I'll show that to you, but we could start with this. This has a few different varieties of Blue Bottle coffee in it, and if you're not familiar with Blue Bottle, maybe I'll put a thing in the description in the bottom. I'm looking forward to this, and this may be what we're reviewing next time on Coffee Time. So thanks. It was short but sweet, but thanks for sticking around today and checking out this coffee. I've been wanting to look at this Player One coffee. Maybe the other roasts will be better. I might try the other ones out, but I'm sure there's probably some other coffee I'd rather try first. But let me know what you think. If you want to see some of the other coffee, let me know in the comment section below. I'd be more than happy to grab a bag and share it with you guys. Save you guys the trouble of buying it and not liking it. If you have any other suggestions or comments, please put them in the comment section below. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's have more fun together, all right? All right, I'll see you guys. Take it easy.